Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first of several videos in the Abyss series. So I know that I haven't shown that much gameplay of me actually fighting. If you go and look at some of the older videos on the channel, there is some, but a lot of the videos have been openings, which is also fine. I think a lot of you are enjoying them from what I've been hearing. But yeah, I thought since I'm diving into the Abyss here, I thought it would be interesting to show just some highlights from the different paths, using champs that I haven't really seen people use as much or at all for some of the fights. So if some of you guys are looking to go into the Abyss and wondering about some fights and some counters, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I did and maybe make some suggestions, and we're just going to talk through and just give you like a voiceover of what's going on in some of these fights. So we're gonna start. This is path 3, and I'm currently actually in the Abyss right now, and I should be done 100% by the time this video uploads. So there's gonna be more videos coming up on the channel in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at what's going on here. This is Elsa versus Luke Cage, and a lot of people, from what I was hearing before I actually went into the Abyss, was saying that this was one of the more annoying fights. And I kind of thought, you know what, Elsa would actually be a pretty interesting counter for this because of her counter evade. It's actually really easy to shut down the unblockable and unstoppable because it counts as an intercept, because it interrupts the attack. And as you can see, I'm just using that here. So I know a lot of people brought Stealth Spidey for this. I personally am not a huge fan of his rotation. I can play him, but I don't really like having to keep refilling his web cartridges with that SP3. So I really enjoy using Elsa too. I've used her just so much. I've had her pretty much since her release, and I had her as a 5-star since her release, used her a lot. I even bring her into Alliance War. She's great. I think she's really underrated, actually. This is probably unpopular opinion, but I put her right up there with Nick Fury. She has a lot of unique utility, and she has just actually lately in the last season of Alliance War, she started to become one of my MVPs that I was on the path that I was on path 4. She's really, really good. So as you can see here, basically what I'm doing is I did build up to the SP3 to get those cruelties, to get the extra damage, and then basically I just start placing those busted debuffs on Luke Cage as much as possible, because that will increase the damage when you basically multiply them with the incinerate ammo from her Hellfire rounds, I believe they're called. So yeah, I'm just kind of stacking up those busted. Even if he has the indestructible, I'm just trying to stack those up. And then as you can see, I kind of just keep my distance and evade a little bit, just keeping my eye on that timer of the unblockable unstoppable, so that I always have her counter evade sort of ready. And then you see right there, it's just super easy to shut it down. So I think she makes this fight really, really easy. If you're concerned and you're not really that great at intercepting, I am currently in the Abyss, and I've just fought this Luke Cage, and I actually brought Cosmic Ghost Rider as well, so I'll have some footage of that in one of the videos. But he was actually really good for this fight too, but sometimes when I couldn't get the Fate Seal lined up, I mean, I would just intercept. But you can see Elsa here, she does an amazing job. I mean, she really is just shutting down what makes this fight really problematic. And there also, placing the Cold Snap in Abyss is actually really good as well, because then you don't get that random evade. So she has a lot of really good utility. I would definitely recommend her. And then here, you're gonna see what happens. So that completely caught me off guard, and I'll show you even on the replay of slow-mo that I actually did place the counter evade. You can even see the timer for it come up, and you can see her do the full animation, but somehow it didn't turn off the unblockable unstoppable, so I might have been off by like a millisecond there. So that was a bit annoying, but she put in some work, so I just thought I'd show you guys what she can do. And then this is another one of my favorite champs in the game that I think a lot of people sort of underrate. I really like Guillotine 2099, and I know people I think said they were bringing in Warlock for this Havoc fight, but my Guillotine 2099 is rank 3, and I've used her for so much as well. She's my MVP for Alliance War, for a lot of Act 6. She got me through so much content. She's a champ I've had for a long time as well, and I haven't seen anybody bring Guillotine 2099 into this Havoc fight, and she's actually a perfect counter, I would say, because from what I remember of the node, if you crit, then the opponent is going to gain more power, and with Havoc that could be a little bit of a problem, but since Guillotine 2099 you can toggle on or off her crits, it's not really an issue. So I'm just building up her combo, getting up as much damage as possible. And a lot of people kind of say that they don't really like Guillotine 2099 because of the ramp up. I find it's not really a problem, especially at rank 3. You don't notice that as much, and then you just start seeing after 100 hits, like the damage just gets insane with her. So you can see, we'll watch this, but you can just see how much I get kind of out of one revive on this fight. I forget how much health he had. It was probably around almost 3 million health, I think. But you'll just start seeing as she just keeps getting those hits, she will just slice through them. And I fought Havoc so many times in Alliance War with Guillotine 2099. I think she's a great counter to him. Obviously now Guardian is actually also really good because he can parry those non-contact hits from Havoc, but I don't have Guardian as a 6-star. I do have him as a 5-star. But I thought Guillotine 2099 should be better sort of damage-wise, and if we just keep watching, you'll just see the damage just gets crazy with her. I think she's, I mean, yeah, this is who I used for the fight, and it only took me 1 revive. Yeah, so I have no regrets, and there's 2 Havocs on this path, so 1 revive each for this Havoc I'd say is pretty good. I think I max out pretty much the hit cap on this, so I couldn't have really played this any better, I don't think. I think that's one thing that I found a little bit annoying about the Abyss is those skirmish charges. I was maxing out my hit cap on a lot of fights, and yeah, there's nothing you can really do about that. I know there is like some footage, I guess, of like Stealth Spidey being able to play around that too with the unblockable, unstoppable, but again, I'm not a huge fan of his playstyle at all. It's just not for me. He's a great champ, it's just not really my playstyle. I find him, the rotation a little bit clunky and just bizarre. Like Guillotine 2099, she is definitely one of my top champs. Like I would honestly rate her as one of the top 3 champs in the entire game. For me personally, if you guys want to know more about that, let me know in the comments, because I was planning to make possibly a video about why Guillotine 2099 is a top 3 champ in the entire game. I almost do, this is going to be another unpopular opinion, but I almost rank her higher than Ghost in some cases. She has a lot of very interesting, unique uses. And she's just put in so much work, but I also have Ghost as a rank 3 6-star, and Ghost is actually great too. Like, there's no denying that. But Guillotine 2099, she is a newer champion, and I think as the game is progressing, there is more counters coming out against Ghost. And Guillotine 2099, there's just so much she can do. So just one thing I will say is, yeah, the fact that she can toggle on or off buffs and crits, and considering now in the game that you get punished for one or the other, I think makes her honestly one of the best champs. Like, there's no other champ in the game that can do that. So that having that ability, that flexibility, that you can turn off your buffs or turn off your crits and toggle them on, makes her just amazing to me. And you can see here, like, the damage she's putting out against this fight is awesome. Once she's past those 100 hits, just keeps going up and up, and really I have quite a bit of control in this fight with Guillotine 2099 against this Havoc. So you can see I'm going to run out of those skirmish charges pretty quick, but I think I maxed out the damage almost as best I could. So almost pretty much hit the hit cap here. So she really put in some work. So if you guys are wondering who to bring for that Havoc fight, I know, again, a lot of people said they bring Warlock or Colossus. But because Colossus kind of relies on his crit, I think Guillotine 2099 or Guardian are probably the best options in my opinion. Well, let me know what you guys think, but yeah, you see I pretty much hit the hit cap there, so she put in some work for sure. So that was a really fun fight. And then I thought, you know what, because Aegon is also one of my favorite champs and he's kind of the mascot for the channel, I thought I would show a rank 3 Aegon with a 30% boost and just the damage he does, just for a little bit of fun. This Karnak isn't particularly a hard fight in the Abyss. He's pretty much just a punching bag. It's actually really easy, but I thought, you know what, I just kind of wanted to show off just a bit of rank 3 Aegon damage, and because I love this champ so much, and because he's the mascot for the channel and everything. But you can just see too, he's so fun to use in the Abyss. I have to say I've really been enjoying the Abyss overall. I almost wish I did it sooner actually. I actually enjoyed this piece of content a lot more than most of Act 6. I would say the Grandmaster fight in Act 6 was really fun, but overall I just thought it was just like a little bit of a mess to navigate, and I'm finding that it's not taking really nearly as long to actually go through the Abyss actually. So you can see here when you take a hit and then you get those Fury stacked, and you can just see what kind of damage he's hitting. It's just crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed this because Aegon is another champ that I just love using. I think most people agree that he's still just an amazing champ. I just love his whole character too, this whole like gladiator and the tenacity and everything, that he just kind of keeps going. So yeah, it was definitely a different experience playing with the rank 3 6-star Aegon compared to the initial completion, where I had a 5-star Sig 200 Aegon. Yeah, the 6-star definitely, I mean, because you got to make all those hits count, he puts in quite a bit more damage. And yeah, my 6-star is also Sig 200, and I have absolutely no regrets putting I think I put all my generic Sig stones into him. But yeah, I love Aegon too, but you can just see the damage here is just crazy. Like, each combo is about, just with your lights and mediums, is around 100k. So you just keep doing those and just pummeling into this Karnak, who's just sitting in the corner kind of taking a beating. A lot of fun. Yeah, and now when you're in Assassin's range, those numbers just keep going up even more. And yeah, I think I got a pretty good combo in there, about 234 hits. Not a very hard fight, but... And then we're actually gonna do an opening for those sort of path rewards, just a little bit of an opening towards the end. But yeah, let me know if you guys have like questions about this path. Yeah, so I thought I brought some sort of different champs, like I brought Guillotine 2099 and Elsa for path 3. Haven't really seen too many people do that. Just opening some Sig stones here. Yeah, nothing like too exciting, but 6-star Sig stones, I mean, it is kind of a nice reward to get after doing one of those paths. So I have champs that I can put all of those into except for Science. I think I am going to be going for the Science Nexus Crystal because Science is my weakest class, and we'll see what we get there. I'm hoping to get any of the Fantastic Four. I'd be really happy. I only have Reed as 6-star from the Fantastic Four, so I thought those would be kind of good odds to go for the Science 6-star Nexus, and if I get any of the Fantastic Four, I'll be really happy with that. So just open a 5-star again. I don't really care too much about 5-stars at this point in the game. Don't even remember what I get. I get Loki. That's cool. I'm excited for the Loki show on Disney Plus, so that's cool. Yeah, but stay tuned. There's going to be more Abyss videos coming up on the channel. Stay tuned for that. thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video.